Yo, what's going down, film fans? Your homie Jay Green back right now with my thoughts and my feelings on the brand new Predator Badlands. Now, let me tell you right now, this movie was off the chain. It's not hyperbole to say that this might be my favorite movie of the year. Not saying that it's the best movie of the year, right? There's a lot of movies that we can compare what's better as far as an overall film, but this is a movie that as soon as I walked out, I was ready to go right back into the theater and watch it again. But we're gonna get into the reasons why. Now, first off, this movie was directed by Dan Trachtenberg, and this is the same dude that brought us Prey back in 2022, and earlier this year, Predator, Killer of Killers. And if you've been following what he's been doing since Prey into Killer of Killers, he's basically world building and giving us dope ass stories and dope ass visuals along the way. Now, aside from Dan Trachtenberg's direction and him having a hand in penning the script along with a couple others, what's really carrying this movie and making it worthwhile to see in the theater are the two lead actors. We're talking about Elle Fanning playing Thea, the Weyland-Yutani synth, and Demetrius playing Deck. Now, for those of y'all who have no idea what this iteration of Predator is all about, we are basically following Deck. He's cast away from his home world on a mission to become a man. He's got to go to this battle world, if you will, and bring back a trophy. He's got to showcase that he is not weak, he's tough. And this is something basically that all the Predator clans have to do. And if he doesn't do it, he's out the family. Now, when he crash lands on this planet, he ends up befriending Thea, right? She's a Weyland-Yutani synth who's been effed up in one of these battles amongst these monsters that are all over this planet. And she's trying to help him track down this big ass monster that he's going to take out and bring back to the homeworld, talking about, look at me now, dad. Now, while this plot and storyline can be rather simple, the one thing that this movie I feel holds that most of the other Predator installments don't is great character development, great world building, all encompassed in like non-stop action, dope ass awe and wonder, beautiful landscapes, cinematography, dope ass music and score, and then also feeling like we're getting a deeper look into the Predators themselves. Who are they? Why do they do what they do? How are they living, right? And also at the same time, we're getting a little bit more to that Weyland-Yutani company, seeing the same things that they're usually up to, mischief and mayhem, without any care or remorse for the people that they're sending out to do these things. But it's kind of laying the groundwork, as I said before, for maybe something to come. And I am here for that all day long. Now, let me speak to the greatness of the world building in this movie. Oftentimes in some movies, not every movie, but some, you will get world building that kind of slows the movie down to a halt. In this film, the world building plays throughout the film and it never takes away from the action. So you never feel like it slows down, but you're learning something every step of the way. Something about the characters, something about the corporation, something about these animals and creatures on this planet. You're learning things about the Predators, their tribe. Also, another thing to do with the world building is how dope is this planet that this dude has to go to, right? There's movies like Annihilation. Obviously, you got Avatar with James Cameron. Think about the first Jurassic Park. When you're watching these movies, there's an awe and a wonder to the things that you're seeing on screen. New monsters, creatures, animals, how do they work? How do they operate? This world that Dan Trachtenberg has brought to life has some of the most awe-inspiring moments. Not just because of the beauty of the landscape and the scenery, but because of the animals, the creatures. How are they fighting against this particular predator? How are they trying to take out some of the Weyland-Yutani synth? This shit is super fly, super dope. As I'm watching this movie, I'm also thinking back to M. Night Shyamalan and Will Smith's After Earth. When Will Smith says, yo, this is a deadly, deadly ass planet now. This whole planet has evolved to kill humans. That version of planet Earth that's evolved to kill all these different things is baby swag compared to Predator Badlands. Predator Badlands basically told that planet, yo, hold my beer, I'm gonna show y'all something. Another thing I never thought I'd be saying was I really enjoyed the chemistry between Elle Fanning's synth character and the Predator, right? You wouldn't think that chemistry would be something that you'd be talking about. But as you're watching them along this journey, the chemistry and the bond that starts to form is super dope to see on screen. I believed it every minute and it was very fun, and there were moments when you snicker just a little bit, but again, it doesn't take you out of the serious action and the emotion that this movie is trying to portray. There are still threats, there are still stakes, and there are still moments where you're not sure how our protagonists are going to get out of the situation, but at the same time, because there are some of those lighthearted moments, some of that chemistry, and that bond is being formed and built, it just pulls you into the story that much more. And I think that from the writing and the direction and the acting from both of our leads, that's dope as hell. It made this movie that much better. Now, this is an action movie through and through, and I think that this is some of the best Predator action that we've seen yet. Again, from Prey to Predator, Killer of Killers, and this, Dan Trachtenberg knows what the F he's doing, and this action is flawless. Edge of your seat swag. The cinematography in this movie is beautiful. I would put this film on par with movies like Dune, Avatar, landscapes and vistas that you might see in some Chris Nolan films. Gorgeous, especially on a big screen. So with all that, this is a blockbuster event in my mind. Now, what makes it more than a blockbuster event, what to me transcends just a popcorn in your face, have fun at the movies, action, Predator type romp, is the fact that when this movie opens up, it gave me vibes of The Dark Knight. I'm not saying it's The Dark Knight and it did what The Dark Knight did when it opened up. I'm just saying the way that it brings you in to the story that we're about to watch, the motivations between the characters, how serious it is, and the stakes and what it means on an emotional level to our main character. It was like, whoa, this is what we're getting? Fuck yeah. It was after that opening scene, before they even show the title of the film, that I was like hooked. Like, I'm fully locked in, I'm fully engaged. So this movie killed it with that. Now again, I'm not gonna give y'all no spoilers as to what's jumping off, but I will also say that at the end of the film, extremely satisfying, super dope, holds no punches. And one of the things that I loved that this movie did also was the fact that it is its own entity. It leaves opportunities for more to come, yes, but if this was the only thing that they did and then they cut it after this, you would be good. You would be good seeing the original Predator film, fast forward all the way to Prey, the prequel technically, go to your Killer of Killers, right? And then watch this. We're talking about a 4-part masterpiece in my mind. I never thought that the Predator franchise would get here. I mean, remember, first Predator, special entity. We're talking about the most testosterone ever on a film set. I'm certain of it. Then you had Predator 2, and all the other ones that came after that. Say what you will, right? But what Dan Trachtenberg has brought us is dope as F, and I think fits greatly with the original Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator. Give us a Dan Trachtenberg trilogy. I want more right now as well. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is this. There's a lot of movies from the 80s or early 90s that studios are trying to gobble up and spit out to us as if it's something new. I get it. Existing IP, people know the name, they want to go see it. The problem is a lot of those films, not everyone, but a lot of those films are going to give us the things that maybe have become popular over time, but not the things that actually made those movies great. What I think that Dan Trachtenberg has been doing with Prey, Killer of Killers, and now this, is he's building on what was in that original Predator film, even Predator 2, if you will, even some of the other Predator movies. Yes, he's building on top of that, giving us more of the weapons, more of the lore, more of the Predator homeworld, introducing us to different creatures and places, expanding the world in a way that's respectful of the original, that moves it forward, and ties in to other things that we know, and it all makes sense logically for the story that they're telling. So I love what is going on in this franchise right now. I really highly encourage y'all to get out and watch this movie. I think it was phenomenal. I will go see it again tomorrow for certain. Yo, that's all I got for you right now. I fucking love this movie. I think y'all should check it out. It's super dope. Your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.